Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 9. Alpha 9, yep. So I just spent a little bit of time off camera, about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes or so. Gathered up a little bit more wood. I also made myself another portable constructor. We're just going to set this one down here for now. And this one's going to be dedicated to making fuel for us. And then we'll use the other one for, whatever else we need to use it for. We'll leave a couple pieces of wood in there in case we need that for something else. So let's put this wood in here, and we'll just get it going with fuel. Let's see now. I also wanted to see if I could make... I put the fruit in there. Okay, yeah, let's make a fruit juice, because what that'll do is that will give us... Oh, I should probably stop that too. That will give us a little bit of health. I did get some indigestion earlier, but I found some herbal leaves, so we ate those and got that taken care of. Let's put the stone in there, and we're going to want to start making concrete blocks, so we'll queue up some of those. And we're doing good on biofuel, so let's put maybe 2 more in there, and then we're going to hang on to those, because the next thing on the list here is to make ourselves a drill and a chainsaw. So we're doing okay now on oxygen. Let's make another batch of those and some of those. And we have this canned food here too, which should last us a very long time. Okay, I did find a silicon rock over there, but it's actually being camped by a couple of those arachnid alien dudes. And they tried to bite me, but oh, look at that, look at that. We actually can make the motorcycle now. We must have enough stuff for it. Okay, so let's cancel this for the moment. And we want to queue up a motorcycle kit there. Oh, you know what? I'll bet it was the stuff for carbon substrate that we were messing to make make the rest of that stuff. Okay. All right, let's just take this right now. See, that gave us a pretty decent amount of health back. So once we can get the motorcycle made, then we can run away from arachnids when they try and attack us, and just go out and find a bunch of boulders for ore, copper, silicon, and iron until we get a good enough supply to make a base core and progress that way. So good. I'm glad we went out and got that stuff. So far so good. If you didn't catch my first episode, we had a little bit of trouble getting from the admin station that we teleported to this planet on over to here, because there was a heat wave, and man, it was getting hot. It was like over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was having some trouble even in my light spacesuit. But we managed to make it over here and into the water. That's why my stuff is in the water, because I had to kind of stand in the water to stay cool, and that was even with my portable cooler down. Look at that moonrise. That is so cool. One of the things I love about this game is just the vistas that it has. The sky and the planet views. And when you're on the moon, you can watch planet rises instead of moon rises. It's just really cool. And it's looking even better and better. They just make this game better and better each time. Some changes, if you guys haven't read the patch notes, and I haven't read all of the patch notes myself either, to be honest with you, but they've made some major changes here in Alpha 9. One of them is that stuff, when you make stuff, it doesn't apply to the portable things, but when you make a normal constructor now, and when you build vehicles or vessels now, you have to have like input and output containers. And you can make a little bit of a, kind of like almost a conveyor type system, or a production chain, which is really cool. So we're going to, definitely learn how all of that works in this episode. And I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. Okay, so we got the motorcycle here. Now let's actually make the motorcycle. I always thought it was kind of funny that we had to make the kit first, and then we had to make the motorcycle. Why not just, make the motorcycle? It's kind of funny. But anyway, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And then once that's done, do we have what we need to make? Yes, we do. Okay. We can make the multi-tool. We should probably Let's see, how do we want to prioritize this? We can make the drill. We can make the chainsaw. You know what? Let's make the chainsaw first, because that's going to allow us to get a whole bunch more wood, and then we can make a whole bunch more fuel, and then we can just start using the drill. Yes, I know I can use my survival tool for all that stuff, but it takes a lot longer to do that. And so, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that. I want to, be able to get stuff quickly. So we're going to make the chainsaw. And I think what we'll do... What does this require? Steel plate, copper ingot, nitrocellulose. Yeah. The shotgun... Oh, that's another thing, too. If you guys didn't know this. They have... we now can aim down the sight on Tech 1 weapons. So we have iron sights, and it's really cool. So they've enhanced the weapons, made them look nicer, and so a good step in the right direction in that regard as well. Okay, so I'm actually kind of liking the shotgun. I think it's a little better than it was before. So I think we're going to actually make that instead of the pistol for our first weapon. Let's keep the bandages in the tent and the heater in there. We'll keep the survival tool handy for now. We could make the multi-tool, but we only have one charge for it, so I think I'm going to wait until we actually start building the base before we do that. So let's put we'll put this here. Let's move the food over. We don't need that flashlight. In fact, let's even just put the flashlight away. We'll put the motorcycle here, and then we'll save these slots for our tools. Now, if we can, it looks like we can also make a drill, but I want to make some shotgun shells first. So this has an output count of 30. So let's see if we can make 60. And if we still have enough left over after that, I think I might even put that there. We'll put the drill there. Yeah, it looks like we can make the drill. Very good. Okay, so we'll have that ready. But the first thing we're going to do, though, is we are going to prioritize getting... we're going to want to make a couple of those, too. But I think I'll hold off on those. We want to prioritize getting wood first so that we can, get some pretty decent fuel production going. And we're already up to 15. I can't talk tonight. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're already up to 15, so we're doing good in that regard. We got some more oxygen going on here. We'll take the water and use that for more of the emergency O2s. And we're just about done with our drill here, so we're doing good so far. Yeah, you better not give me any lip. I can kill you dead now, man. No, not with that, with this. Okay, so let's chow down on a couple of energy bars to get our food back up to a respectable spot. And I think we're ready to go. Here, let's just put that stuff like that. Okay, good. I think we're ready to go. Might as well get some meat, right? Half the time those guys will attack you anyway, so you can't trust them. You cannot trust those guys. Trust me. Trust me when I say you can't trust them. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go get a bunch of wood first. That's going to be our first priority, so we can get fuel. Then we're going to start hunting around for the ores that we need. And then we will start working on getting a base going. So that's kind of our order of priority here. So let's jump on our bike and head on over to some more trees. We'll hit some more orange trees too. We'll harvest orange trees. We won't actually cut the trees themselves down. So we can make another thing of fruit juice, and that should get our health almost back to normal. It was right down here. that we found the silicon. I wonder if it's still being camped by those two arachnid guys. Yep, it is still being camped by the arachnid guys. We could probably kill them with our shotty now. Wait, is that even a silicon? Oh, maybe that isn't a silicon. I thought that was. It kind of looked like it, but I was running for my life at the time, so... Okay, well, let's head on over this way. There we go. That's a copper. We'll take that. We want a rock drill. It's just a lot faster to use the drill for stuff like that. I would use the multi-tool if I didn't have a, an abundance now. Well, I don't quite have an abundance yet, but you know what I mean. We're doing good on fuel. Fuel's on top. Look at all this iron right next to each other too. That's really good. Iron was a little bit harder to find in Alpha 8. I've noticed it's a lot more abundant now in Alpha 9. Of course, now that I think about it though, that could also be our server settings. I don't know what Common has the server set to for that sort of thing. Now that so maybe that's more what it is, but it's all right. I don't mind it being abundant because I mean, I've been playing this game pretty much ever since it came out, and I've done the grind so many times that it doesn't really bother me that I don't have to do so much grind, Here we go. What do we got? Ooh, nice. Okay, well, those will come in handy later on, I'm sure. Okay, let's go over to that orange tree. And we need 2 pieces of fruit to make a fruit juice. Okay, now we should be... Oh, you know what? We got to do that in the constructor, don't we? Okay. Well, we'll just hang on to that. Hopefully we'll get back there in time before it spoils. Here's another thing of iron. Let's grab it. And a protein... Plant protein. Level 11 reach. Nice. Also, if you guys didn't... Again, if you're watching now and you didn't watch my first episode... I actually came over here from... no. Okay, let me rephrase that. I started this series doing a couple of live streams on a different planet on the same server. And so that's why I'm already level 11 instead of starting out at level 1. But when I teleported over to this planet, which has been reserved for people, that are content creators to make YouTube videos and whatnot, I only brought over with me the starting items that I would have if I would have just started it on a pod. So hopefully that all makes sense. Or you can just watch the first episode where I kind of explain all of that in more detail. But we used to have a separate server for the YouTube videos that Stock Gaming and I did our videos on, but that server has gone away and we've just combined one actual server for both our multiplayer stuff that we do on stream and for our single player stuff that we do on YouTube. So that's the skinny on all that stuff. Lots of protein around. Let's make some more. Oh, we can make veggie juice. Yeah, let's make veggie juice. That's just as good as the fruit juice. I wonder why we can't make fruit juice, but we can make veggie juice. That doesn't make sense. Weird. It's whatever, though. Whatever. Okay. So we have been able to get a lot of iron, and we got one more copper, but we haven't seen any silicon. We might have to go back to the biome with the cactuses in it to find the silicon. That seems to be where it's the most abundant. We'll grab some aloe 2 herbal leaves, I guess is what it's called now. Yeah, I wasn't, and I still am not crazy about how Elyon generalized ingredients. So, you know, those used to be called aloe leaves. Now they're just herbal leaves. And, you know, it did simplify things, but that's not necessarily always a good thing. It was kind of fun to have, the variety of different stuff. And I think, by them removing that, they kind of dumbed down the game just a little bit. And, that's not a major gripe of mine. I don't think it ruined the game or anything like that. I just think that it was more immersive, I guess is what I'm trying to say, when we had actual specific ingredients that you needed for certain things and you had to find. Sometimes that was a pain in the ass. I certainly know that, but you don't want to make the games too easy either. Is that silicone? No, it just kind of looks like it. Because then that kind of ruins the challenge, which is part of the fun. Okay, well, we need to kind of go around this body of water here. Doesn't look like any of these stones are ore stones. They're just rocks. Right, let's go check out this small wreckage over here. And we'll keep our eyes peeled for more ores. Like this iron right here. Yeah, that's really good stuff for early game healing. Poor man's health potion. Okay, what do we got here? Here, let's just put that there. That guy doesn't attack us. Okay, that stuff will come in handy later for sure. Oh, he's attacking. Got 1,092 XP for killing those guys. You should get more meat off of these too. I mean, there's some big dudes. I think they should give us more meat for that. If you ask me. We're going to bring back a nice, healthy load of iron with us. It's just very abundant out here in the dunes. One thing I noticed on Thermal, the planet that I started off with, is they had different background music. The background music that's playing now is the same background music that they had in Alpha 8. Oh, here's some copper. Good. And a little bit bummed about that because I really enjoyed that new background music. It was really cool. Nothing wrong with the Empyrion music that's playing now. It's just that I've heard it so many times that it's, kind of old hat, so to speak. Hop over here, grab this stuff, grab that stuff. I heard something approaching off to my right there. Got about 10 minutes left. jump back on the bike here in a second. So yeah, you can find copper, and I think you can. It's pretty rare, but you can find silicon in this area too, where the grass and stuff is. The silicon's a little more abundant in the place with the like saguaro type cactuses. Okay, let's make some more veggie juice, and we'll make some more of those. What's the perish time on that? 66. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left. And I think what we'll do is we'll eat that meat there. Excuse me. There's something over here. That's more copper. Nice. I ran out of copper a lot on thermal. So it was kind of my choke point. More so than even silicon was, but this time around maybe silicon's going to be the thing that we're going to need to be going after the most. We'll see how things go. Let's hit these trees here too, because I want to bring back a decent load of wood for our fuel. Funny that we don't get XP for harvesting wood, but we do for picking plants and stuff. It's kind of weird. When I see stuff close by, it's just faster to bounce on the jump jet to it than get off on the bike and then back off the bike and then on the bike and all that. Lots of alien thorn around. That's always good. We need that to make some of the medical stuff later on in the game. Got 5 logs out of that. That's good. Okay, let's get on the bike. Oh, look at that. We got these new like little meteorite showers. They don't do anything. They're just kind of a cool effect. I don't know if they hit you, if they would hit you, if they would hurt though. I haven't been hit by one yet. Actually, they probably would. I think what we'll do, let's pick this fruit here, and then we're gonna head back to our equipment, just because I don't want this stuff to spoil, and we'll go out again and look more specifically for silicon in the biome that has the cactuses, and I believe that's called the sand biome. Stone over here, which we'll probably need to harvest too. Okay, so let's throw all of the fruit in there, and let's make a bunch of fruit juice. We will also cook up this meat, and the veggie juice we can make in our own inventory. And we got a bunch more energy bars too. So we're doing great. Actually doing very well right now. Perish time 17. Let's keep a couple of those with us, I guess. Let's put the wood in here and keep the... Well, we still got a bunch of fuel queued up. How are we doing here? Grab those. We'll add a row of... Actually, you know what? Let's just fill the whole damn thing up. Why not? We still have a pretty good supply of fuel, even after doing that. Put that in there for now. We don't really need to carry either one of those with us for now. Let's leave those here. We'll make more of those as well. Okay. Doing good, doing good. So, now what we want to do is we want to... oh, I can only queue 2 things at a time. That's what's going on with that. Okay, let's make those. And looks like we made the veggie juice already. Okay, so now we're going to kind of head over that way into this biome over here, and that's where we're going to find the, hopefully find the silicon. I'm gonna leave the iron there for now, because I think we have a pretty decent supply of iron. We will pick up copper still. And hopefully we'll have enough to get our camo miner spawned in as soon as possible. So that'll give us our first hovercraft. It's relatively cheap. And we'll also have to look around for a radiated biome, because that's where we're going to find cobalt, which we need for a couple of things like the Tech 2 drill. Okay, come on, Silicon. I know you're here. And we are really doing good on finding copper. There's a lot more copper. I found more copper now than I did in the same amount of time on thermal. Look at that sky, isn't that awesome? I love it. Nothing doing in here. On up the hill there, bike. This way. No, no, no. I want you to turn. They have definitely improved the bike from when we first had it. Actually, I think we had the bike all the way back in Alpha 6 or 7, wasn't it? Something like that. It used to be really janky to drive. It's much better now, but it still can turn better. To really peter out on hills much more than a motorcycle like this should. So they fixed that. That's much better now, but it still does not turn very well. So yeah, I'm starting to think silicon's going to be our choke point. We have not found any yet. There we go. There we go. So what do we get? 5? Okay, that's enough for 1 ingot. There's the timer. No, actually, hold on. I think 5 makes 10 ingots. But you have to have a total of 5 to make any ingots at all. Oh, excuse me. Well, I think our time's up, people. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep driving around here and keep gathering the ores, looking for silicon particularly, but I'll probably hit some more iron too if I see it. I'm not going to go way out of my way for it, but we'll do that. I'll probably harvest some more wood offline too, off camera. And then when we come back in the next episode, we should be ready to start working on our first base. There's some copper down there. And the midterm plan is to get the base going, get hovercraft going, and maybe even spawn in one of our small vessels. Oh, and by the way, as far as builds go, I'm not gonna do as much building in this season as we did in Alpha 8, just because I built a lot of stuff in Alpha 8. Now we do need to finish our capital ship, and we certainly will finish our capital ship. At some point, I'm gonna spawn that in, and we'll finish it up. But I'm not planning on doing any real elaborate builds this time around. That could change, I might change my mind and decide to do something anyway, but at this point, I want to focus more on, the reputation system, doing quests, and more exploration. So when we do need a vessel of some sort, I'm almost certainly just going to spawn in stuff that I've already made in previous seasons. So, I've got a lot of stuff available that I myself have made. So if we just put that on own. So, I mean, we got this hover bike here that actually... See, yeah, that requires sathium, because I think I made it out of hardened steel. But this thing, that thing I should probably just delete. That's not even really complete. But this is what we'll probably do first. This is a little miner that I built in Alpha 8, and it's a very good miner, very capable hover vessel. This is basically just the deluxe version of it that has the lasers and better steel and that sort of thing. That was one of our more original, back in Alpha 6 or 7 hovercrafts that we made. It's kind of cool. It's more race car style, but it's not quite as functional. And then this is a big exploration RV that I made in early on in Alpha 8. And it's pretty well set up. But it's a little more expensive right now than what we can afford. So this will probably be our first, whereas the camo miner, this is going to be the first one that we're going to bring in for that. As far as small vessels, probably really the Jade Jet, or the Claude, which I made on the multi-stream. This is a pretty inexpensive and warp capable small vessel. The Jade Jet is going to be more expensive for us early on, so that's going to be a little bit later on. The Red Raider is definitely something that we'll have to. That's a very expensive small vessel. Plus, we have to be level 20 to do that, anyways. Stinger's another possibility too. That's not a bad little guy. And so, yeah, those are our options for vessels. And then, of course, we have our big capital build here, which we left off on 171, I think, or 17. Oh, yeah, 171. So we'll work on, we'll bring that in at the point at which I can, get a space station going. But we might start off, as far as cap ships go, with our actual warp shuttle first. So we'll see how things go. The whole point of that little diatribe there was just to say that I'm not planning on doing a lot of building in this season. We're going to do more exploration. We're going to do more questing. We're going to do more working on the rep system and checking that out. And less building. But like I said, we will definitely finish the capital ship for sure, though. Okay. Anyway, I think that wraps up this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord if you want to, and come and see me on live stream. I do live stream on Twitch several times a week, and we do Empyrion every Wednesday night. Now, this is the holiday week, the Christmas week, so the schedule's going to be a little bit different, a little bit wonky. But once things get back to normal, then typically we do Empyrion live streams, multiplayer live streams on Wednesday nights, and sometimes on Saturday mornings too. Okay, have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.